check mark turned quietly to blue, a tiny confirmation that my words reached you. For a moment I felt lighter, like the waiting might be through, but the silence after reading felt heavier than the truth. The city glows outside my room in scattered midnight light, cars drifting through the distance like strangers in the night. I keep imagining what you might be doing now, maybe laughing with your friends without remembering how. We used to talk until the morning, sharing thoughts out loud. Every message felt like thunder breaking through the cloud. Back when every question always found its way to another conversation that refused to fade away. Now the chat stays open like a quiet empty door, and the typing bubble never appears the way before. Maybe you're thinking about the words I wrote, wondering if replying would change the note. Maybe you're unsure, maybe you just don't know how to write a sentence that says you should let go. The clock keeps moving forward like nothing's out of place, but time moves differently when you're waiting in one place. I try to close the window and leave the phone behind, but the quiet little scream pulls me back every time, because somewhere in that silence between you and me, there's a story slowly ending without a final key. And maybe tomorrow morning the message will appear, or maybe the quiet answer has already settled here.
I told myself I wouldn't check the screen again tonight, but somehow every 5 minutes my hand reaches for the light. Your name is still the last one inside the thread we share. 3 gray words I sent you, still hanging in the air. I turn the phone face down, pretend I do not care, but silence grows much louder when nothing's written there. Maybe you're just busy, maybe you're asleep, maybe my message is buried somewhere deep. I walk across the room again and sit back on the bed, trying to distract myself from the things inside my head. The city hums outside my window, cars whisper down the street, while every quiet second makes this waiting incomplete. We used to talk for hours about the smallest things, sending random thoughts like quiet midnight wings. Back when every message arrived within a breath, before the distance slowly learned to grow its depth. Now the night keeps stretching past another hour or two, and every passing minute somehow leads to you. I scroll through old conversations from a different time, when every joke we shared felt like a perfect rhyme. I wonder if you read them the way I sometimes remember what felt so true. The phone lights up again, but it's not your name, just another notification from a different kind of game. And I laugh a little softly at the strange routine of waiting for a message that may never appear on screen. Still I keep the window open to the quiet night outside, because hope is stubborn even when it tries to hide. Maybe by the morning I'll finally understand that some replies stay silent, like writing words in sand. Maybe I shouldn't have written a message after 2, when the quiet of the night made everything feel true. The city lights were fading, the streets were almost still, and every thought about you felt impossible to kill. I typed your name slowly, like it meant something more, like maybe just one sentence could reopen that door. I read it 3 more times before I let it go, hoping in the morning you might wanna know. But now the night feels longer with the phone beside my bed, replaying every letter of the things I said. Too much, maybe not enough. Maybe love becomes fragile when the night gets rough. We used to talk so easily about the smallest things, sharing random moments like quiet midnight wings. Back when every message felt like something bright, lighting tiny constellations in the dark of night. Now the conversation sits frozen in the thread, a quiet little monument to words that I said. I am mad that you read it with a tired little sigh, wondering what to answer, or simply letting it by. Maybe you're asleep now, with your phone turned down, while my thoughts keep wandering through every part of town. The night outside my window keeps drifting slowly on, and somewhere in that silence I realize something's gone. Because some messages don't change anything at all, a midnight heart can call.
screen is quiet again. In the dark beside my bed, your name's still at the top of the words I left unread. The night outside the window moves slowly through the street. Cars passing like whispers beneath my restless feet. I keep imagining your room somewhere across this town. Your phone lighting your face as you slowly look down. Maybe you read my message, then stared at it a while, wondering how to answer without reopening the file. Maybe you started typing a sentence soft and small, then erased it slowly before sending it at all. Because sometimes words are fragile, and memories still remain, and every simple answer can carry hidden pain. We used to talk for hours without a single pause, sending random thoughts without needing a cause. Back when every message felt like something bright, like tiny sparks of daylight in the middle of the night. Now the space between us is measured in delays, in silent conversations and unsaid little phrases. I place the phone beside me and stare up at the ceiling, listening to the quiet and the things I'm feeling. Maybe you're thinking of me the same way I think of you, standing in that moment between the false and true. Maybe your fingers hover above the glowing screen, trying to find a sentence for what we might have been. But the night keeps moving and the city breathes below, and some replies stay hidden in words we never show. So I close my tired eyes as the dark begins to fade, wondering if somewhere a message was almost made.
The phone lies quiet beside me, face down on the table light. Hours have passed so slowly through this restless night. The message I sent you earlier still waits inside the thread. 3 simple words suspended between the things we said. I used to watch the screen for every little sign, a typing bubble forming, a message coming through in time. But the night keeps stretching far beyond the hour, and silence grows heavier with every passing power. Outside the window, the city moves without a care. Cars glide through intersections like answers in the air. I try to tell myself that waiting has to end, that some conversations won't return again. While walking through the rain, maybe you paused for hours about the smallest things, sending tiny pieces of our wandering minds and dreams. Back when every message felt like something bright, lighting quiet constellations in the middle of the night. Now the space between us feels wider than before, like a hallway slowly closing, one forgotten door. I pick the phone up slowly, then place it back again, because some kinds of silence are clearer than a friend. Between the dark and dawn, I realize the answer has already moved on. Little green light appears beside your name, a quiet confirmation that tonight you're not the same. You're somewhere on your phone, scrolling through the night, while my message sits unanswered under fading light. I try not to notice the way my chest feels tight, watching that small circle glow inside the night. The city hums outside beneath the window glass. Cars drift through intersections like moments that will pass. I remember when we talked until the morning sky, every tiny message arriving instantly nearby. Back when every question found a laughing reply, before silence slowly learned to occupy. Now the green light flickers like a distant star, showing me you're present, but somehow still so far. Maybe you're replying to someone else tonight, sharing quiet conversations in the same blue light. Maybe my message just feels hard to read, like a fragile little memory you no longer need. I place the phone beside me and stare up at the ceiling, listening to the quiet and everything I'm feeling. Because sometimes distance isn't miles or time, it's a glowing little circle that says you're not mine. The green light finally fades and the screen grows dim, and somewhere in that silence I begin to understand him. Some stories end quietly without a final sound, just a small green light that slowly disappears around. The phone rests quiet beside the lamp tonight. Its dim blue glow, the only little light. Your name still lingers in the message thread, between the things we shared and the things we left unsaid. I used to write to you without a second thought, sending pieces of the day about the things I bought, about the songs I heard, or an evening carried your warm face. Now the conversation stops somewhere in between, like a story paused forever on a fading screen. I hold the phone again and slowly let it go, because tonight I finally understand what I should know. Some doors stay closed no matter how we knock. Some hearts drift away like boats from the dock. Like quiet little postcards that time can't rewind. But tonight the silence doesn't feel the same. It feels like understanding instead of quiet blame. So I place the phone away and let the moment pass, watching distant headlights move across the glass. Because sometimes letting go isn't loud or wild. It's simply choosing silence over one more dial.
The city glows in silver lines beneath the midnight sky. Neon drifting through the rain as taxis pass me by. My phone stays quiet in my hand, the message still unread. 3 simple words I sent you, circling in my head. I tell myself you're busy, that the night just got away. But thoughts of strange directions when silence chooses to stay. Maybe you're in a crowded bar with music loud and bright, leaning close to someone, laughing in the light. Maybe you're telling stories the way you told them here, about the things that made you laugh and the things you used to fear. I try not to imagine what that moment could be. Someone else hearing the words you once shared with me. We used to talk for hours, watching the city breathe, tracing constellations through every quiet street. Back when every message felt like a small spark, lighting tiny galaxies used to be. Like every street is missing my version of you and me. The skyline slowly flickers with windows glowing blue, each one holding stories that have nothing to do with you. But somewhere in the city, beneath the endless sky, there's a version of tonight where you still reply. Instead I walk through silence, past neon and cafe signs, carrying quiet memories between the passing lines. And in that restless distance between the dark and dawn, I start to see that maybe we have both moved on.
The night is almost over now. The sky begins to fade. Soft blue morning colors where the dark ones stayed. The phone beside the window rests quiet on the bed. Your name's still in the thread between the words we said. I waited through the hours, watching shadows move, thinking every second might finally prove that somewhere in the silence a message would appear, a simple little answer to quiet every fear. But the morning light is rising and nothing changed at all. Just another empty space inside the silent call. Strangely it feels calmer than it did before, like standing on a shoreline after reaching shore. I remember all the nights when every word we wrote felt like small constellations quietly afloat. Back when every message arrived without delay, like two wandering hearts had finally found their way. But some conversations don't return again. They slowly drift away like distant summer rain. And maybe that's okay. Maybe silence speaks in ways that gentle understanding quietly seeks. Because the sky above the city now glows soft and wide. And somewhere in that morning I set the phone aside. The day begins its rhythm, cars moving through the silent, empty message between your world and mine.
The message left my phone just after midnight came. 3 quiet little words and only your name. The screen turned dark again, like nothing really changed. The city kept breathing outside the window frame. I thought the check marks might appear in time, a simple little signal that your world met mine. But the hours kept drifting through the quiet room, and every passing minute felt like silent gloom. Outside, the traffic lights shift colors on the street, red turning slowly green beneath tired passing feet. I remember when you used to answer almost instantly, like every single thought of mine was something you could see. Back when every message felt like something bright, like small warm lanterns in the middle of the night. Now the thread stays empty, like a quiet hallway door, where footsteps once echoed but don't anymore. Maybe you're asleep tonight with your phone turned away, or maybe you saw the name and decided not to stay. Maybe you're somewhere laughing with strangers in a bar, sharing little stories with someone who asks who you are. I try not to imagine what I cannot know, but silence has a language that answers even so. The city sky grows softer as the night grows thin, and somewhere in that quiet I feel the truth begin. Because sometimes the loudest answer is nothing said at all, just a message drifting slowly in an empty digital hall.
Every little notification pulls my eyes across the room. The phone lights up the darkness like a quiet glowing moon. I tell myself it's nothing, just another passing sound. But hope has strange directions when no one else is around. The city keeps on breathing beneath the window light. Cars glide through Can I imagine that your name might appear like a tiny constellation, drawing somewhere near? But it's always something random, some update or useless call, another quiet reminder that it's not you after all. I remember when your messages were bright and every day, simple little sentences that chase the dark away. Back when every notification felt like something real, not a fragile little moment, balanced on how I feel. Now the silence grows longer between each hopeful sound, like echoes in a hallway where footsteps can't be found. Maybe you're asleep tonight or walking through the rain. Maybe you're forgetting every word that once had pain. Maybe someone else is laughing at the messages you sent, while my phone stays quiet, waiting for a different end. Still the night keeps drifting toward another morning blue, and every fading minute teaches something new. That sometimes hope is stubborn, even when it knows the answer in the silence that nobody shows.
The message window opens in the quiet of the night, the blinking little cursor like a tiny pulse of light. I type a simple sentence, then erase it once again, because some words feel heavier than they did back then. Outside the city hums beneath the street lamp glow. Cars drift through intersections like places I don't know. I tell myself it's over, that silence means enough, but letting go of someone is never very rough. Maybe just one message could clear the empty air, a simple honest question about whether you still care. But I remember evenings when our phones would never sleep, tiny midnight conversations stretching quiet and deep. Back when every sentence felt easy to explain, before distance slowly learned the shape of pain. Now the cursor keeps blinking in the quiet little box, like it's asking softly if I'll unlock the locks. Maybe you'd respond tonight with a simple line or two. Maybe we'd remember the way we used to do, or maybe silence answers before the message goes, because sometimes the ending is something no one knows. I stare at that small window with the words half written there, feeling all the weight of things we used to share. Then slowly close the screen as the night grows thin.
message left my phone before I thought it through. Just a quiet little sentence that still belonged to you. The room went silent after, like something had been said that couldn't be returned or taken back instead. City lights are glowing across the window glass. Cars drift like quiet rivers as lonely minutes pass. I wish there was a button to bring the moment back, to stop those simple words from traveling down the track. Maybe you're reading slowly beneath another light, wondering what it means in the middle of the night. Maybe you're confused now by the tone I try to hide, because honesty at midnight is difficult to guide. We used to talk for hours about the smallest things, turning simple sentences into midnight wings. Back when every message felt easy to receive, before silence slowly learned to make us leave. Now the thread stays open like a fragile little door, and every second passing makes the meaning something more. I imagine you replying with a question in your tone, or leaving it unanswered like a stone that's thrown. The night keeps moving forward past another lonely hour, and regret sits quietly like a silent power, because sometimes words escape before we know that the heart behind them wasn't ready to let go. So I watch the glowing screen in the quiet of the room, wishing simple sentences could return too soon.
The sky outside the window is turning pale and blue. The quiet end of midnight that I once shared with you. My phone lies on the table where it stayed all night, a silent little island in fading neon light. The message that I sent you still waits inside the thread, 3 fragile little words that echo in my head. I watch the hours passing like trains that never stop, each one carrying hope that slowly learned to drop. Outside the city waits with buses down the street, morning footsteps echo beneath tired passing feet. I remember nights together when sleep felt far away, laughing at the sunrise before the break of day. Back when every message arrived before the dawn, like 2 restless hearts refusing to be gone. Now the screen stays quiet while the daylight grows, and silence answers softly with something no one knows. Maybe you're still sleeping somewhere across this this town, with your phone beside you, face gently turned down. Maybe you'll read the message hours from now or late, wondering why the words arrived at such a state. But something in this morning feels different from before, like the waiting finally reached another shore. Because sometimes the night teaches hearts to see that unanswered messages can still set someone free. Can still set someone free.
The phone rests quietly on the edge of the table. Its pale blue glow, soft and unstable. Your name still lingers in the message line. Three fragile little words between your world and mine. I waited through the evening in the quiet midnight air, listening for a signal that never gathered there. The city lights outside reflected on the glass like drifting constellations, watching minutes pass. I remember when our messages would arrive so fast, small pieces of the present never meant to last, never meant to last. Back when every sentence felt easy to say, before the distance slowly pulled our words away. Now the silence stretches like a quiet empty street, where footsteps echo softly beneath my tired feet. I thought another hour might change the night. Somewhere in the dark your name would write, but hope can grow too heavy when it learns to stay in places where the heart already knows the way. So I placed the phone aside and let the quiet be, because sometimes the end ain't arrive silently. Maybe you'll write tomorrow, maybe you'll never do, but tonight the waiting is no longer about you. The city breathes slowly as the night grows thin, and somewhere in that silence I feel the morning begin.
There were words I meant to send, but they stayed inside the night, resting in the quiet space between the dark and light. The message window opened and slowly closed again, because some honest sentences are hard to write and send. Outside the city, whispers through empty midnight roads, cars drifting through intersections like passing quiet codes. I thought about explaining how how the silence made me feel, how every missing answer slowly made things real. Back when we would talk for hours without a single pause, sending tiny pieces without a reason or a cause. Every word felt effortless, like breathing in the air before the distance learned to settle slowly there. Now the thread feels fragile, like a photograph of time, holding quiet evidence of when your life touched mine. There were things I wanted to say about the nights we shared, about the way your laughter made the world feel repaired, about the endless highways we drove beneath the stars, believing every moment could carry us so far. But some words stay hidden inside the heart instead, because their quiet meaning is easy and unsaid. Maybe someday, years from now, when memory feels light, I'll read those silent sentences inside another night. For now they stay beside me, like echoes in the dark, small unfinished letters without a final mark. And in this quiet moment between the past and new, I understand that silence can also speak for you.
I open up the chat again, just like I used to do, scrolling through the quiet lines that once belonged to you. The room is dim and silent, the city breathing slow, streetlights painting shadows across the window glow. I read the old messages from nights we stayed awake, tiny scattered sentences from every path we take. There's a photo of the skyline you sent me after 2, laughing about the traffic lights that turn the sky bright blue. Another from the highway with music playing loud, two reckless hearts believing we were stronger than the crowd. The screen feels like a time machine, pulling back the air to nights when every message meant that you were there. Ooh. you sent a year ago. A simple little sentence saying don't ever go. Funny how the smallest words can echo through the night, like distant little lanterns burning quiet and bright. I close the conversation and let the screen grow dark, because some memories don't need a final mark. The city lights are fading and morning waits nearby, and somewhere in that silence I finally say goodbye. The screen lights up the room in a quiet shade of blue. Midnight slowly drifting through the things I shouldn't do. Your name still sits there at the top of the chat. 3 simple words I sent and nothing after that. I watch the typing bubble that never appears, like a tiny empty promise floating through the years. Maybe you're just sleeping, maybe you're with friends, maybe you saw the message and thought it should just end. The city keeps moving, cars pass down below, but time feels different when you're waiting on a phone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Every minute stretches longer than before, like the quiet hallway outside a closing door. I remember how we talked until the sun would rise, sharing quiet secrets under tired neon lights. Back when every message felt like a small spark, lighting little galaxies inside the dark. Now the silence answers more than words could say, and every second passing pulls the night away. Maybe I'm overthinking, maybe this is nothing new, maybe I'm just someone who cares a bit too much for you. Still I keep the phone beside me like a fragile little hope, waiting for a simple sign to help me cope. But the screen grows darker and the city falls asleep, and somewhere in that silence I realize the truth runs deep. Some conversations end without a final line, just a quiet empty space.